Good tidings, ladies and gentlemen of the lodge, how goes it? We're back at it again today with some more Kingdom Hearts content, specifically doing a deep dive on Kairi and some of the mystery surrounding her character. It's no secret that there has always been a hidden power within Kairi, whether we are discussing her title as a Princess of Heart, which of course grants her unique powers, or her ability as a Keyblade wielder. Needless to say, Kairi is carrying a lot of potential, and while I believe we will see her powers as a Princess of Heart and Keyblade wielder further manifest in the next saga, I'm also inclined to believe that there is yet another power Kairi has that nobody is discussing. One that could have heavy implications and ripple effects to the future of this story. What is this power? Well, I believe it's a type of magic, much akin to what we may have seen with other characters before. I believe Kairi has the power to influence reality with not her Keyblade, not her heart, but with her writing. Let's discuss. Our first clue into this theory is none other than our dear friend Naminé. Naminé, as we all know, is Kairi's nobody. Naminé has the power to manipulate Sora's memories and the memories of those who are connected to him. Seeing as she is Kairi's nobody, it begs the question, does Kairi possess a power similar to this? As we see across the series, when a person gets turned into a nobody, their powers and abilities aren't exactly the same, but they do bear resemblance. Take Axel, for example. As a nobody, he wielded his weapon, Eternal Flames, while manifesting his fire motif. Now that he's been recompleted and materialized the Keyblade, we still see the fire motif present. You could make the same case for Marluxia with his rose motif. But now, looking back at Naminé, we see her ability to manipulate Sora's memories and those connected to him, all with this particular motif of drawing. Diz believed that Naminé draws in order to capture the memories she needs to chain together. So here's the question. If we've seen nobodies share similar abilities with their somebodies, where is this particular power with Kairi? Correct me if I'm wrong, but no other nobody obtained an ability or power this strong only to lose it with recompletion. So placing Naminé under the microscope, we have reason to believe that her power over memories didn't come from just nowhere. I believe it's very possible they came from Kairi. But Landy, you absolute sicko! We've never seen Kairi draw anything! Drawing is unique to Naminé. And yes, while drawing may be unique to Naminé, you know what isn't? The power of the pen. What drawing is to Naminé, writing is to Kairi. That's right. I believe Kairi's hidden ability comes from her writing. Allow me to pull up a couple of examples. Let's wind the clock back to Kingdom Hearts 2. As we recall, when the game starts, due to the ending of Chain of Memories, Kairi no longer remembers Sora, or at the very least, has very faint memories of him. When some of these memories start to creep back in, Kairi writes a message in a bottle and sends it out to sea. Fast forward to the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, and Riku and Sora find the bottle wash up on the shore of the Realm of Darkness. Upon picking up and reading the message, a portal opens up that brings Sora and Riku back home to Kairi. I feel a lot of us just sort of take that sequence of events for granted and don't bother to look a little closer. So before we discuss further, listen carefully to the contents of the letter.
Thinking of you wherever you are. We pray for our sorrows to end, and hope that our hearts will blend.
Now I will step forward to realize this wish. And who knows? Starting a new journey may not be so hard. Or maybe it's already begun. There are many worlds, but they share the same sky. One sky, one destiny.
The first half of the letter here, to me, is Kairi's attempts to grasp her memories of Sora, with it ending as her stepping forward to realize the wish. Now, keep in mind that Kairi wrote this letter the day before Roxas's mind made contact with Kairi's. thereby in many ways granting her the wish she stepped forward to realize as her full memories of Sora had begun returning. Then, when we zero in on the second half of the letter, in short, it talks about the start of a new journey. What better example could we have than the ending scene of Kingdom Hearts 2? Upon reading the letter, the light leading them out of the realm of darkness brings them back to Destiny Islands, reuniting them with Kairi and kicking off the new journey. And in fact, even the first half of the letter could be applied to this ending. Kairi is thinking of Sora, the sorrows end upon his arrival, and the hearts blending could allude to Roxas and Naminé. Anyway, the point here is, Kairi's writing had a clear, profound effect on the fabric of reality. Whether we look at her memories of Sora returning, or at her ability to summon Sora and Riku out of the realm of darkness, in her writing, Kairi puts her heart forward. And as a Princess of Heart, we know that comes along with many unique powers. Kairi's writing influencing reality may very well be one of them. However, I would not be making this video if I didn't have another example. So let's jump ahead to Kingdom Hearts 3 and see what effects Kairi's writings may have had here. Our introduction to Kairi in Kingdom Hearts 3 starts with a monologue, one where she is clearly talking to Sora. And when we finally pan over to Kairi, what do we see? She's writing. Our first time seeing her in Kingdom Hearts 3, and she's writing about Sora. Let's listen in quickly as to what is said in this letter as a reminder. For the sake of saving time, I'll skip over the introductory parts and get right to the meat of it.
Your journey is all about helping people. Some that you've never met before, and some like Lee that you have. They're all counting on you. It won't be easy, but I hope you'll remain the happy and cheerful Sora I know. There's no heart your smile can't reach.
The part here that sticks out to me comes shortly after she mentions Axel trying to recover lost memories. She goes on to say that Sora's journey has been all about helping people. And before she mentions helping people he already knows, like Axel, she first mentions helping people that Sora doesn't even know yet. And when we think about all the people Sora helped in Kingdom Hearts 3, from Roxas to Terra to Ventus to Aqua, these were all people he had either previously met or had previously heard of. Now, as for the people he hasn't met, our first instinct is Xion. And it's funny how after Kairi mentions Sora being able to help people he hasn't met yet, Axel has a vision of Xion. Furthermore, when we look at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3 and where Sora is now, he's positioned to help plenty of people he hasn't met before, be it the Nameless Star, Yozora, and everything else that awaits him in Quadratum. Essentially, it seems as though the thoughts or feelings that Kairi writes down have a knack for manifesting in the future. I mean, if we just look at Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 3, Kairi writing something down is one of the first things we see her do in both games. It's clearly a part of her character, and when you factor in Naminé and her powers with drawing, suddenly the dots start to connect. One other thing I wanted to bring up doesn't have much to do with writing, but let's point our eyes to the end of Kingdom Hearts 1. Kairi finishes the drawing of Sora and Kairi exchanging Pow Pow fruits, and we saw in Kingdom Hearts 3 that came to manifest as well. So, outside of her writing, maybe her drawing has some power too, but that remains to be seen. Kairi is a character we still have so very much to learn about, and as we have seen from the Kingdom Hearts series, it has a way of leaving a trail of breadcrumbs leading into a big reveal. Given the deliberate display of Kairi's affinity for writing and the events and thoughts she writes down manifesting, along with Naminé's powers, I can't help but feel like there is a case for this. After all, she is a Princess of Heart, and a Keyblade wielder. Who knows what other powerful abilities she may have? Luckily, the future saga that is upon us seems to imply that Kairi's role is not only going to become more active, but will carry more significance as well. However, my friends, both the sickos and the normies, that's gonna about wrap it up for us here today. So let me ask you, what do you think about this theory? Do you think I'm onto something here? Or do you think a lot of what we talked about here today could be mere significance or dramatic storytelling? Let me know. But until then, you all be good out there, take care, and I will see all of you beautiful sickos and normies next time.